Alright, so somehow we ended up in Florida. We're here at this place called Wawa. Apparently all you Florida natives, this is like amazing food, great sandwiches. You might see my straw hat and think I look like Adam LZ. No, Adam LZ looks like my Mexican dad in the backyard pulling weeds. Alright? Anyways, the point is, Drift HQ.
Is this Micah Diaz?
How's it going, bro?
Who is this guy?
How's it going?
I think I know this guy.
I'll do this.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Hey, I have a car here.
You guys want to see this thing?
You want to see this thing? I don't know. Maybe you want to drive it?
Here? I'm down to drive it, but I don't know about here.
We're going to a home place. Maybe you want to drive the car?
What's in here? Show me what you have.
Just a sneak peek. Can't see the whole thing.
Ooh, tires. Ooh. Yo, I like the black.
I like the black, trust me.
Look at that big old logo on the hood. Alright, so enough planner. Duarte hit us up. He said, yo, you guys want to come drive at the Clutch Kickers event here in Florida? I said, absolutely, why not? So he purchased the car?
Purchased the car. It's one of my teammates' cars, so I was like, hey, opportunity arose. We were like, let's get this man an LS E46. It was going to take way too much work to get it done, so we were like, hey, second plan, put you in a J. I wanted to put him in one of my cars. That's what I wanted to do. That was going to be it. I wanted to either get the JZ 46 or the N54, but plans fell through, and I was like, still wanted this man to drive. He was pumped. Every time we went to a Clutch Kickers, he's like, oh, I just want to drive there. I just want to drive there. So I'm like, maybe I have an opportunity for you. So this is the opportunity. My teammate was selling a JZ E36 600 horsepower. We snatched it. Did a little, a few updates to it, and got it ready for him.
It's gonna be kind of cool to show a lot of the guys who hate on the V8s on, like, hopefully we show them how to drive an inline 6 turbo. It should be a good time. Huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for inviting us out. Now we gotta get in the truck and we have a 6-hour drive.
6-hour drive.
Should be a good day. Roster's mad stacked. This man's on the roster as well. Who else is on the team that's on the roster?
Alex, Savio, Andrew, Lucas. It was stacked.
All the Drift HQ boys. So super glad to be a part of the team.
Absolutely.
See what we can do this weekend. Hopefully make some money and we'll do something. We'll figure it out. Let's get in the truck.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
That's what's up. Here we go, boys. I made it. Alright, so we made it. This is called Emerald Coast Dragway, right?
Yes, sir.
We're actually on the course. This is the course. I'm recognizing it right now. So we're on the course. This is super gangster. We're gonna be meeting up with everybody. The Drift HQ boys are probably 30 minutes behind us. We're gonna set up, get some stuff unloaded, and then kick it for the night. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a track walk tonight and show you guys kind of the course and the layout and how they're doing it all. Looks rad. This is like a way better version of Grange. A lot more green out here. Oh, I'm excited. Let's go check it out. What it looks like is this is a start line. And it looks like we're gonna end up running straight down this way. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2 or 1, 2, 3, depends on your gear.
It looks like a 1, 2, 3. In my car, it's probably a 1, 2 or something. We'll figure it out. Collins is here too. Collins just showed up. LS3 E36. So we'll get to check that thing out later. That's gonna be sick. No pace cone or anything? Straight drag race?
Yeah, they kind of have something set up along like this section here to kind of stop the drag racing a little bit, but not really. It's it's full on, bolt on, give the guy in the front space to enter and send it.
So the boys with the big
all
old
the
fatty
big
tires,
they take off.
Sick. All right, so we're chasing them down here.
So from around this section, you already have to be in drift by the time I think you hit that corner right there.
Okay.
Unless they modify it this time.
There's kind of this weird added on section of asphalt, which is cool. They just made it wider, you can see. So you come down the straight, this is gonna be somewhere around here will be the initiation cone, and we'll come into turn number 1. Okay, I'm already like on the outer zone here on the outside. Where the concrete is?
Where the concrete is would be the outer zone. That's where I said if you go 2 tires off here, then we would pretty much zero it out.
Okay.
It goes from that to touch and go there.
So you can kind of see it kind of has a curve to it. And then right at the end of it, it's got a hook on the outside. So the outside zone what he's talking about is that concrete section there. I don't know if you can see it right in front of Colin, but essentially right there to the end of the concrete. So down that whole thing, initiate hot would be the outside zone. It looks like they added concrete to kind of create some, I think the asphalt was just chunking and digging holes. So this is kind of cool. It's got a little bit of a hump to it, so you got a little bit of an indicator. You'll feel the car climb on this. For those of you who don't drive, you can really feel this transition in the back tire in your butt, like from the seat. You get the, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
A little bump strip, so you know where you're at. You're more susceptible to go back down it than kind of over it if you're kind of riding the line, tiptoeing it. So that'll be the end of the zone from the last track layout here. So where was that last cone? Here, right?
Yeah, last cone there. You already have to shoot. They put cones right there also.
Yeah, there's like an inside clip or something right there.
Clip there. Touch and go, and then outer zone. So it gets like from wide to very shallow here. So then like this transition is where it bobbles a lot. A lot of people get funky here.
It's almost like this is a sacrificial area. Like you don't have to jump inside. You can kind of give them the leeway, but then coming into that one, just rocket ship back onto the inside in that corner, because this is a slow, like these aren't very big corners. No. These are relatively slow. I would give up this area, initiate dominance, right? Maybe give a little bit of space in this area just so you don't get checked up. And then back on the door there and just beeline it back to the door in this transition to around to the finish line.
There's 2 cones there, so if you knock them over, they consider that you actually crashed into the wall, imaginary wall, so then they deduct points for that too. So you can't necessarily go like trying to clip them off or go on the grass. You have to stay within the range of the cones and get yourself out to the outer edge of that again.
Then back out.
Back out, all the way out. Let yourself go at the end of that strip. At the end of that like little corner there, you have to let off again and get yourself back in here and situate yourself to the outer edge of this.
So I noticed on the last corner there's an outside zone. Starts here, ends somewhere over there, but it looked like there was still a section of track before the finish line.
Which ends like right about, that's why a lot of people were checking up. And last time they actually drew lines on the floor to show you where you're supposed to kind of gradually get yourself out of the edge and kind of center yourself back so that you can let off throttle. So some people are letting off early, some people are letting out really late and end up like going almost into the runaway over there.
So like, don't they shut you down like right?
They shut you down
but
there,
you can
but
still
people,
drift that
yes,
turn.
you still drift it just so you can get off. Because you come with a lot of speed here, and obviously, the more grippier cars, like, still catch a ton of speed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of real small, technical, not nothing too crazy high speed. So it should be a good time. We'll figure out like what we're doing. What I'm starting to think, depending on the gearing and the Beamer, seems like we'll probably enter in third and then somewhere in the initiation bring it back down to second and go through, but we'll know that like the first time we drive it. So as soon as we drive it, we'll know exactly what we're going for in the gearing and stuff. This should be sick. This should be really sick. Should be a good competition. A lot of good drivers, really stacked roster. We got a good tire, we got a good car. There's no reason we couldn't win, but we'll see what happens. Duarte's E46, 2JZ, intercooling radiator, knockbox, quick change, radium fuel cell, or radium surge tank. Don't like, what the heck is it called? This thing's bad. This thing's real bad. I'm excited to hear it. I've never heard it in person. I've heard it in videos, but this should be pretty cool. So this is Duarte's E46. We're just gonna start calling Big D.
Big D, little D.
Big D. E46 2J.
Yes, sir.
It looks like you have everything done to it.
Fully built, but still 3.0. It's been very, very reliable. 3 years, knock on wood. No issues, but fully built block, bottom end, top end, everything. Runs stage 2 cams, VC cams, nothing crazy. Just basic big 63, 66 turbo.
Yeah, it's a fat turbo.
Fat turbo. It can make 800, but we dialed it back down to like 685, something like that.
Damn.
Which she's cool. It's a little laggy on the top end, on the low end, I mean, but she gets down on the big tracks.
Yeah, you keep it lit. I like your wastegate dump tube.
Yes, sir.
So that's the wastegate there.
Double shotgun in the face. At night, it gets down, that's for sure.
So this thing purges and it blows flames out, blows it out right here. Sick. Super sick. Usually guys have them out of the hood and different things like that. But this exit, this side exit, that's dope. I can't wait to see this thing get ripped at night and watch that thing blow flames. This thing's gonna be bad. Proper, it's a proper,
Comment below and help Micah.
you got the proper size lines on an oiling venting system. I don't know why I'm drawing the blank. Okay, anyway, nice big boy seat. Willwood pedal box. That's okay. Sparco stereo, AM dash, just like the cash machine. Dog box, handbrake, dual calipers, fire suppression system, full cage. Seems legit kit. So he runs the red handbrake caliper, foot brake, handbrake, pretty gangster. Fuel cell in the back, rear mounted radiator. All this tube work down here. External reservoir coilovers. I think these are silvers or something. I don't know. This thing's insane. It's gonna be bad. And they just did this back window cutout too. You guys just did that
We
the other day?
redid the entire system. The fuel cell used to be in the bottom.
Yeah.
Obviously getting a lot of heat soak from all the air flowing through, so we realized that fuel temp was getting pretty hot. Like, it was efficient, but once the head gasket went, then we were like, let's get this car down another 20 degrees. So Cricket and Chris were like, let's just go all out, make it pretty again, make it functional.
Yeah.
These used to lead to the back, which was completely shut, and the radiator used to be on an angle here, which worked fine until it didn't work anymore. So we wanted to bring it up to like the standards of other builds that we did, so we decided to start chopping things. This is we had to integrate this whole system here.
Firewall.
I already had this all cut out, so it's not like I could just cut a part of the car and just put a firewall. So this was probably the hardest thing that they did. Like, that was very intricate. It took a lot of the time, but the boy ripped it. We had it powder coated. They did it all like within probably a couple weeks or so. Redid the entire bash bar because the bar used to extend almost past the bumper. I had the skinny like 1-inch roll bars that were like just for touching, but after seeing so many accidents, like I told you, I'm just like, oops.
Yeah, now it all flexes.
Now it flexes on the bumper. I can hit pretty much like 4 or 5 inches on each side and not bring me back around the wall.
Yeah, rotate you in.
2 fans instead of just 1 fan blowing. Like, these fans keep it pretty sick.
With the Sick Drift HQ setup.
Yeah, we put it everywhere. We put another one in there too, somewhere. It's on the
the fuel cell.
I'm a big fan of powder coating, so anything that I can powder coat, I'm like, West Coast powder coating is the truth, man. Those boys represent for us hardcore. Even with the water pump, the car is only to 160, which before, without this setup, it used to be like at 185, and I would have to turn the fan. Like, on a hot day like this, it would be 195, 200. But the fans you see are not even on yet.
Yeah, haven't even started yet.
Just tripping. As soon as I put them on, it drops 25 degrees. So I'm pumped. I'm stoked to try the new setup. Self-burping system by Radium. Like, we pull the line straight from the front, as you saw that, straight from the head. Stop that nonsense of like bleeding it on track. Just making the car more efficient, you know?
Yeah, which I used to have on my old setup, and then I learned some things at some places I worked, and I was like, okay, that's not the right way to do it. This is the right way.
Exactly. Yeah, you learn through the years, like doing a few things here and there, and it's just improvements. All we can do is hope for the best. Try it out. If it doesn't work, do it again, you know?
I'm sure it's going to be great. Yeah. It was already great. You've only made it better. This is Z46, man. It's pretty dope. There goes the fans. I I can't wait to drive the cash machine. I want to drive my car so bad. Alex's car from Drift HQ. Vert, LS Vert. Turbo, I believe. This thing's rowdy. Drifting, that's his license plate, sick. Nice rag top setup. Looks like he's got a dog box in there. Maybe not. Nice high horizontal handbrake setup. Supercharged LS. You can see the supercharger for the door. Alright, so now we're about to unload my ride for the weekend. It's a 2JZ E36 Vert. It's Florida, baby. It's Florida. That Vert life. Yeah.
You gonna drop top this weekend or what?
Depends on the heat.
Sick.
Might be out of
Hold fast. So sick. Nice.
There it is. The weekend ride, bro.
Sweet.
Oh, that doesn't come on. We'll leave it on. Doesn't matter. So look at this. Pretty sick. So this is her. It's a 2J E36 Vert. It says non-VVTi now. Nice Garrett on there.
What?
Sick intake manifold.
You're not driving an LS?
No LS today. It's gonna be all right though. I'm really excited to drive it. Florida. We might go top down. We'll see. All right, my dudes, we are pretty much all set up. The Drift HQ guys have shown tremendous amounts of hospitality, and we're just kind of walking around the pits now, checking out all the local cars here. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of Tire Street stuff out here too. A lot of Accelera tires, like some there on the floor, some in the car. That car holding down a tent. They're everywhere, which is super dope. So props to Tire Street, that's dope. Looks like it's gonna be a good day. JZ car's running great. They inspected it, we went over it. We're gonna keep walking around, but we're gonna send you guys off right now. Tomorrow we'll get some more filming in, and we'll get some seat time in that JZ car. Should be a good time. Gonna be a good time. As always, my dudes, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, comment, whatever. Do all that stuff. Likes really help us out. Thank you guys for all the support. You guys have helped us get here. Shout out to Drift HQ. Give them some love. As always, stay safe, dudes.